Welcome to the Retro Graveyard, the show where each week we take a different piece of old discontinued video game hardware back from the grave to give it a retrospective. And this week, we're going to be taking a look at the Game Boy printer. The Game Boy printer is exactly what it sounds like. It's a small thermal printer for the Game Boy. It's the same kind of printer that receipts are usually printed with. They don't use ink or toner, but a special kind of paper that actually reacts to heat, turning it dark. A small chip in the printer is controlled by electrical pulses that come from the Game Boy through the link cable, having the chip create various temperatures. These differing temperatures shade the points heated on the thermal paper into varying shades of gray, giving you an image. Although it doesn't render images as nicely as an inkjet or a laser printer would, it's obvious that they went for the thermal technology because you can make these things cheap and small. The printer is styled just like the 1998 Game Boy, light gray with purple accent. But interestingly, it uses the new version of the link cable port, which is compatible with the Game Boy Pocket and up, meaning in order to use this thing with the Game Boy model it's styled after, you have to use an adapter. Another observation, this thing takes a whopping 6 AA batteries, which Nintendo claims will give you 3 hours of operating time. Jesus, why didn't they put an AC adapter in the thing? Anyway, let's see how it prints. Yeah, that's supposed to be the word hello in between a Mario sprite and a Game Boy sprite. I'm sure this printer worked a lot better when it was new. It takes these rolls of paper that are of a proprietary size, so you can't just go to the store and buy them anymore. No, you need the special Nintendo-made paper. And the only place to really get some now is on eBay, and the packs of paper are only getting more and more rare. If you happen to find a pack, it'll come with one white roll, one tinted blue, and one tinted yellow. That should be enough for 540 prints. Oh yeah, I should mention, it's also sticker paper. So what software supported this thing? Well, if you have the Game Boy camera, you can print off your pictures taken with it, which is pretty handy considering the thing only stores 30 images. In Link's Awakening DX, there's some collectible photos you can print off. In the Pokemon games, you can print off Pokédex data and pictures of your Pokemon. Pokemon Pinball just lets you print off your high scores, and here's a weird one. There's this Austin Powers game called Oh Behave that Rockstar made. Let that sink in. Once upon a time, Rockstar made an Austin Powers game. Pretty strange. Even weirder, the whole game is a silly Windows ripoff, and one of the applications is a notepad which lets you use the Game Boy printer to print off your notes you've made with the game. So that about does it for the Game Boy printer. If you had one of these things, be sure to let me know what you thought of it. And if you liked this video, be sure to check out our other videos and subscribe. Thanks for watching.